Hey there, Ramon with you here, and welcome to the second video in our forehand training series that's going to develop your forehand into a consistent weapon. If you haven't watched the first video where we talk about petting the dog, I recommend you go back and do that because it's kind of like Star Wars. It makes more sense when you watch it from the beginning. In this video, we're going to continue to work backwards from the contact point, and we're going to talk about getting into the take-back position, which will be the spot right before you pet the dog. And the reason we're working backwards is because I wanted to give you something immediately that you could use to get instant results. And now we can continue building this together. As a quick refresher, technically you can pet a dog from just about any position, I guess. But if you want to hit a powerful and consistent forehand, that dog is behind you at a 45-degree angle to your hitting arm side, right here. This is shortening up your swing, which will improve your timing while still supplying that effortless power that we talked about in the first video. Now the next step is to get into the take-back position. And simply put, here's what you're looking for. You'll have your non-hitting hand on the throat of the racket, your racket tip is up, your racket face is pointing towards the side fence along with your belly button. Now the racket face may have a slightly different orientation based on your grip, but if you're in a semi-western grip, it should be pointing towards the side fence. An eastern forehand grip, you'll be a little bit more in between the net and the side fence. In this position, you'll also have your elbows slightly elevated and away from your body, roughly the span of your thumb to your pinky around mid-chest height. This allows the stroke to move freely into the ball. Now from here, your elbow on your hitting arm side doesn't move. We just go right back to pet that dog. Simultaneously, our non-hitting arm is going to be fully stretched across our body, parallel to the baseline, creating a stretch, kind of like that one yoga class you took a few years back. Now, in case you're wondering, do the pros really do this? There are a few variations, but here's a shot of Roger, my favorite, in super slow motion, and you'll clearly see his take back here. As his elbows rise, his left arm stays on the racket until it's parallel to the baseline, and from the take-back position, he pets the dog, and then he drives his hips and legs forward to annihilate the ball. And I could show you a million of these, and everybody is a little bit different, but Roger's forehand is pretty sweet, so it's safe to say that if we order what he's having, good things will happen, right? Makes sense. So if you remember in the last video, we started with a shadow swing. And we're going to do the same thing here. No, don't turn off the lights. Just practice your swing. Okay, from the take-back position, elbows up, racket tip up, strings and belly button to the side fence with our non-dominant hand still on the throat of the racket. We're going to pet the dog and then turn and pull our racket through to the contact point, which we remember is that 45-degree angle, right? So it's pretty simple. Once you can feel the take-back position, your elbow on your hitting arm doesn't move. It just goes right back to pet the dog. Now, there may be a tendency for you to want to lengthen the stroke behind you like this. The thing is, this doesn't add any more power to your swing, and it's actually going to make your timing worse because the racket will have to travel further to the ball. Fortunately, by keeping your hitting arm on the same side of your body, your swing will be shorter, and you'll still be getting a nice stretch in your forearm, which will allow you to elastically hit the ball. So now you have more power with less effort. Pretty cool, right? Once you're feeling good about your shadow swing, go ahead and drop yourself a ball out in front of you and quickly find your take-back position. Pet the dog, and then pull from your hips into the ball and let your racket lag behind. I think you'll notice some pretty explosive power here if you're nice and relaxed, like we talked about in video 1. After you feel good on a dead feed, practice hitting on the wall from the take-back position. And when you feel comfortable, get your buddy off the couch and start banging the ball around with him or her. And there you have it. You're well on your way to owning the forehand you've always wanted. In the next and final video, we'll talk about the finish and how you can use it to increase your power, directional control, and look really cool. So if you're on my mailing list, make sure to check your email tomorrow for that. If you're not on my mailing list and you'd like to be, click the link in the description and join. It's totally free. Thanks so much for watching this video. I had a great time making it for you as I enjoy making every video for you. You know, you're obviously really serious about improving your forehand, and I just want to take some time to congratulate you for that. I mean, you watched this whole deal, and quite frankly, most people will just go out there and start winging it when they hit. You're here online watching this video, you're visualizing yourself improving your forehand, and that shows me that you have the commitment and the determination to improve your forehand now. That's why you may be perfect for my new course called The Simple Forehand, how to easily develop a weapon that dictates play and wins you matches. It's specifically for people like you who want to enjoy the process of developing a killer forehand so that they can be in more control, develop more power, and ultimately win more matches. So if that sounds like you, I'll leave a link somewhere around here that you can click on and grab your copy. Regardless of whether or not you decide to invest in the Simple Forehand, I want to sincerely thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I had a great time making it for you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.